Hello and welcome back to SimCity 3000 Unlimited on hard with your host MVG Wiz. We're back here in our renamed city, Bay City. I forgot to give it a proper name in the first video, so I've renamed it to Bay City to highlight our lovely bay, our lovely water feature here. And I've also turned off our music, unfortunately, because that did generate a copyright with YouTube. So to go ahead and turn that off, maybe if someone knows a way that you can still listen to the wonderful soundtrack of SimCity 3000 without getting a copyright infringement claim from YouTube, let me know because I do love listening to this music. I think that's part of the fun about playing this game. So we'll see if we can figure out a way around that. But um, anyways, like I said, we're back here. We're playing on hard. We've got our city about 16,000 sims, negative 10,000 simoleons, but we are working our way out of debt $24 at a time per year. As you can see here, our loans, we've got the first one paid off. We've got two more coming due in 2 more years. So that'll free up some more cash for us. Um, and then eventually in 1916, in 5 years, we'll be clear of all those. So we may have to take out more depending on what comes up. We've got some requests here from our advisors. Residential tax is too high, so let's go take a look at that. According to our advisors, we are on target, even with a higher rate at commercial. Looks like that is a little bit high, so let's bring that one down. And industry is good. So we'll go ahead and save that. Let's keep moving, maybe a little bit slower pace here and see what else we got here. So we're on an offers of a deal, so I don't want to pay to do that. We're going to reject that. Homeless shelter, really up to you what you like to do. Sure, why not? And pro reading, I don't know how you can be against that, but let's go ahead and enact that. I think we're going to need some more money to get a bigger garbage facility. We're at 50% here, and I don't believe we have any way other to get rid of it. We can't burn it at this point in time. I'm not exactly sure when that will be an option to us, so we'll have to keep tabs on that to see when we can do that, because otherwise we're just going to have to keep using up our space for garbage, and so we'll just have to cross that bridge. So. Like I said, I think we'll probably have to take out another loan here. We're going to need some more water for our town. Looks like we're starting to run a little low, and we're definitely got a demand for industrial, so we want to keep that demand going, keep building on that momentum here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take out another loan. Always do it for the most amount, just so you can spend it all at once here. So let's get a couple pumping stations in just so we can have that there for future growth. Let's give a little bit more landfill access here. Get some roads to those. Let's see here. Just clean up some of these power lines there. All right. No jails. I guess we need a jail. Let's go ahead and do that. Now we've got some cash. What better place to stick it than? Oh man, I like to kind of keep them over here, but I don't think it matters as much with the jail as it does the maximum security prison. But let's just kind of stick it back here for right now. There we go. All right, kind of lost our industrial demand, but still got some residential demand going for us here. So I think what we might do is just do another block or so this way. Again, we're sticking with our 8x8 city grids here, um, just in the interest of consistency. I don't know if I want to do medium there. I want to do medium here. I'll keep it light on this side. Man, it is kind of weird to be playing this game without any music. I will say that. Let's get our 8x8 here. So eventually, once we get some positive cash flow, we can start doing some trains. Trains are really something, I think are important for this game. They definitely um, will, suck up, um, you know, impact your budget. So you just want to be aware of that. That I'm trying to get positive cash flow at this point first before I start introducing mass transit. I don't even have a bus stop available just yet, but the time will come. We'll like to again stick with a sort of grid pattern where we kind of go follow along these roads to make them sort of the thoroughfares with everything. Eventually we can get some highways in here, but for now I think we'll just kind of stick to just some roads um, uh, and come back to the mass transit. Trying to decide if we want to come and start building this way a little bit. I think we've got an opportunity to go this way yet, so. All right, there's our industrial demand. Let's get some dense stuff going here. That's going to give us quite a bit. Plenty of schools, that's great. Okay, let's bump up our speed here a little bit. Traffic problems. All right, let's see where our traffic problems are. The back roads. Yeah, and this would be where it'd be nice to have some trains and other means of transportation for folks. So we just have to wait that one out as well. Got another disaster, water hole. Thankfully, nothing that we have to worry about here. Okay, let's speed this up again. Oh, we gotta wait. Okay. It's always good to make sure that the security prison and, the toxic waste facility, all those gifts that you get, make sure that they are powered and watered so you are collecting that monthly income. Otherwise, there's nothing worse than thinking you're getting this money when you're really not. So it's always good to keep tabs on that to make sure things are working as you'd expect it to. Same with like, water, come down here and see everything unless, someone's complaining about something. But um, I think at this point we just got to speed things along here and hope we get some other gifts that we can leverage to start bringing some more money. I'm gonna pause this real quick because I got $1,000. I'm gonna try and burn before I lose it this in the budget here. So trying to think, we got some residential demand. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some more housing built on that. So okay, let's just check crime real quick. Yeah, let's get another police department in over here. There we go. Okay. Just in time. Check on our hospitals. We've got plenty of beds. Library still getting the grade of A, so that's great. Don't have any museums yet. Don't have any colleges. Probably going to need some more desks here soon with the new housing we just zoned. We'll probably need to figure out something for that. So here's our city hall. We got that. That's great. Let's go ahead and plop that down. We're in our little downtown area here. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll do it. I would like to line this maybe with some parks or maybe get, make this a nice little area that people would ideally like to hang out in. So we'll come back to that. And once we get some more money, we can come back. Another offer of garbage deal, but we don't have any money to pay for that. So, okay, I'm just I'm gonna pause the recording here and see if we can just speed things along a little bit. So it's January of 1914. Like I said, we've got a couple loans. Here's our new one that's coming that we're still paying off, but we've got one 1916, so we've got 2 more years and then this will be paid off. So getting ourselves down as far as the loans. You can see here we're still losing about $60, so it's not terrible. We're making our way out of the red. It's just going to be a little bit of time here, so I'm just going to run things along at the fastest speed. We'll pause this recording and come back, in a little bit here. All right, welcome back here, everyone. So we're now in 2015, so a year and a few months. We are making some money, $300, $350 every year. So it's not a lot, but it's something. Just coming back to everything because we have just now got a request to build a casino. So we're going to take this for now. It's not the greatest thing. I'm not a huge fan of it because it does bring crime. Um, but it's something that I think we um, need to have. I'm also going to go ahead and, oh shoot, we don't have any more money. Let's go ahead and just get the casino in here for now, just to start bringing in that money. So we're just going to stick this, let's stick it over here. I'm going to stick that over there. Let's go ahead and kick this off. I was thinking about taking out a loan here, maybe to build a connecting road, but I'm not sure if that's warranted, just seeing all the stuck traffic over here. I know that traffic has been something people are complaining about, and that's just unfortunate part of this right now until we can get buses and trains going. Oh, here we go. Let's get on the bus. Let's change. Usually these changes, they want to offer more money, but also get rid of more garbage, which is um, usually worth it as long as you got a way to get rid of this stuff. So now that it's 1915, let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got in terms of new items. It sounds like we can maybe do a bus. No, I thought I was getting my hopes up there. Let's see if we got any trash disposal. Nothing yet. I believe power plants are still the same. Yeah, we're pretty much still the same as what we had before. So nothing new yet in 1915. Let's keep going and see how much money we can make now this year. Oh, look at that. Okay. Guessing we got we're almost done with that loan, so that's good. So that's great to see $6,000 coming in. That's really making a dent. You can see the tax rate is still average, which is what we want. So we're gonna go ahead and I think we might need to take out a loan though, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're getting close on our power plant. So I think what I'm gonna do is just take out another loan and so we can avoid those blackouts and get some more. Our residential demand is peaking again. So let's go ahead and get out one more loan here. I think we really helped ourselves though with the casino our neighbor ordinance, so we're getting more money from, I'm sorry, not ordinance, the neighbor deal. Um, we are getting now almost $2,000 per year, which is really helping. And then our business deals, that's really the nice thing. The Casino Row 350, so that's $600 a month. So that's quite a bit of money coming in now. So let's go ahead and take out our loan. Let's get another coal power plant going right back in here. Let's go ahead and we'll unpause it, give Sims another way to get around town. And let's see where we can continue building. I think I'd like to kind of go back up this way now. Uh, okay. Put those residential blocks down right as the demand dips, so that's great. We still got some traffic, waiting for our buses to be available. We might be able to start working on the trains though sooner rather than later uh, now that we've got some money coming in. Let's get some more industrial zone. That's looks like that's in high demand here. It's gonna slow it down just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and I don't know if we need this road going all the way through. I want to kind of keep the 8x8 going. But I also think four, I should have thought about that before I did that. Let's think here. So if we want to have four is usually what we want to keep here. As long as we got the 8 though, it's not, uh, I guess it's not the end of the world to have this kind of going through. Let's keep a tab on our crime though real quick. Okay, we got some crime brewing back here. Let's get a police station right there. Let's check on our schools. We're about 500 spare desks, about 100, less than 100 spare beds in our hospital. So we're going to need to get another hospital going here soon. Let's check out what we got. We got protesters to the casino. We're going to ignore that. I'm going to get a lighthouse. Let's do that. County courthouse. Here we go for our downtown and reject the garbage deal. And we got a tornado going. So looks like it's going away from our city. So that is good. Let's get the courthouse on the other side of this downtown. We got a little bit of money now for some small parks and some fountains. This is where it gets kind of fun, where you can kind of just put your own little touch on it, like how you want it to look. Like I said, we got some money. Let's just check our budget here. Yeah, look at now we're positive, so that's good. Now I'm happy. So now we can start to put in some of the other things that we've been kind of talking about here. Some school. We're gonna do a large park. Put that right in here. And a sports park maybe over here. This will be always nice to bring up the value of things, the aura of the surrounding area. So let's give these kids a playground. They've already got one right there. Not a You can never really have too many parks. And let's just back it up with a pond and maybe some small parks here to kind of. There we go. That looks nice. And look at our demand now for residential. It's gonna start going up. So I like to also use like some of these these little interesting features of elevation to kind of tuck things in here, right? You kind of think of like how things look in real life, like, hey, let's get a little like just some little shopping going in here, right? Like people just have a little area where people can stop for a convenience store or something to that effect, right? So just try and think of like how you'd see things in day-to-day life here. So we're going to go ahead and do 4 there. Let's do a whole half block right there. Oh, got some crime issues. Let's look at crime here. Crime. Wow, really? Don't see any issues with crime. And Hawkins Creek is really looking for customers for trash deals, but we're going to keep rejecting that. Okay, I'm not sure where they're complaining about crime, but oh, I bet you it's over here. Let's get a police station over here now that we're the one part of the map where we have crime is where we're not really expecting it. Yeah, see the hospital's overcrowding, so we got another hospital in there. Let's go and just pause this for a moment. Okay, keep things going here along. Sneak in a couple small more parks over here. Usually when you see this, not the sharpest knives, we need to look at our schools here. So let's take a look to see what we've got in our schools. Yeah, see, we're out of desks by 700, so we really need to get some more schools going here, and probably a college as well. Let's get another school over here. These guys don't have a school. Let's get you something over here. We'll probably need to get a college going, so let's get a college going over here. And we haven't done a museum yet. Let's get a museum. Be nice to have something in our little downtown area. There we go. Okay, do we have? So let's start thinking about how we want to do the trains. So usually, again, if you look at this from a higher level, you kind of want to follow these main thoroughfares, going in different directions, and we'll kind of tie these all. This will kind of be like our main avenue all the way down this part of the map, and this will be our main avenue all the way down this part of the map, and then we'll get one, kind of coming this way as well. And like to have the trains kind of follow the same thing, but a little bit more granular. We'll want to give more access to people, so maybe it'll follow um, a path like this way. Basically, you want to be able to have it all connected so it's in a giant, almost in a loop if you want to imagine that. You don't want to have it going too often, too many different directions. Otherwise, it's just not efficient for people. But I think what we may be able to do is just kind of work around our empty spaces here. And just kind of have it loop around, maybe make a small loop around the city, and then we can expand that loop to other areas. So I think what we could do is kind of bring it up around here, and then through here, and just kind of make one big loop around the city that we have right now. We've got about 25,000 people, so it's a decent community, and I think the train would really help bring just people to their jobs and things like that. So let's work on that. We've got about $4,000 to work with, but we're going to be bringing in another three. Um, not making as much money as we were before, but it's still, at least we're on a positive cash flow. And I think if we look at our loans here, we've still got two more. So once these are paid off, then we'll really be bringing in some money. Let's see what the expenditures are on the loan. $6,000. Yeah, so once these are paid off, we'll be in a lot better position here. So let's keep going through these. We're not going to repeal gambling just because of our casino. And Hawkins Creek still at it, and we'll continue to reject that. So let's go ahead and move in a little bit closer and work on our railroad. Like I said, I think it makes sense to kind of come around here, come through here. Usually want to give, I like to keep it, at least two spaces away from a road, so that way you can plop in a train station. And then it's always a good idea to connect your train stations to buses once you get it. We don't have buses yet, but Like I said, we can kind of come around here and keep it two spaces away from the from the road, so that way we can connect it to a train station, and at least two. So this one we're going to go three just to keep it away from the school. And then we'll probably want to bring this one downtown to have a little connection spot um, downtown, and then we'll come through around here. See which way we want to go. Do we want to keep it in here or go around? I think it might make sense to maybe have a connection in here, and then we can come around and go up. So let's bring it off to, we'll bring it all the way up into here. We just got to figure out where our 8 grid pattern is going to end up here. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Okay, so I think it will make sense just to come through right up here, right around there, and then we'll just connect that here. So yeah, like I said, we can start to then expand this out as our city grows. We'll make a loop, continue this one almost all the way through, or we could use this one to keep following along closer to the road. And then this will kind of follow that'll be the main thoroughfare for trains all the way down. And same with up here, we'll kind of have, likely this track will continue this way. You could probably have something branch off and go a little bit further, but generally you don't want to get too crazy with the trains, in that you don't want to, get, otherwise if you get too crazy with them, they get congested as well. And we'll probably see that as we start to add some train stations here. So let's think about how we want to do this. Usually want to keep it on like the thoroughfares here would probably be a good place for one. And then on this side, and then we'll do one on this one, and then out here on this one. And again, with train stations, you don't want to get too crazy with them. Like I said, I was kind of hoping to get something downtown, and that would kind of conflict with that one. So I think we'll move that one over here. We'll get rid of this guy. And then we'll probably want to have something maybe around here just to kind of have something that's going to get people close to jobs. And I think we'll leave it at that for right now. Was thinking about maybe one over here. Kind of torn on that one. I don't think it's going to be a huge, won't be used so much. But let's get some of these connected to power. And a good way to do that is just by zoning some zones there, right? So let's get some stuff going. And then also, like, think about when you go to a train station, you're kind of like, oh, well, there's probably a convenience store or something nearby. Again, always a good idea to kind of just get some things zoned in nearby that would make sense. Like, hey, there's probably going to be, like, someone needs to pick up something on their way to the to the train station, right? Let's get something zoned in there. So so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll get some light zoned in here. Oh, we need some more water. Let's take a look at our situation. Yep, we need more water. So go ahead and continue to add more of these. We ran out of money now. Let's hope what we did is enough. Just check to see here. Yep, acknowledge that. All right, we're at 70% there. Not enough water. That's out of date, which is good news. We should have water for everybody. Oh, we got to get more up here, and we're going to run out of. run out of money to do this, so we might have to just give it a few months for that zone to get water. Let's check our budget, see what we've got here. Let's speed this up, knowing that we need more money. All right, so we've cut into our budget. You can see that mass transit really did kind of bring it down a little bit. Police is definitely still our biggest expenditure after education. And once we get more comfortable with our cash flows, I'd be happy to bump these up. So again, we're 6 grand is what we're losing every year on loans. So it's really just, hopefully we can get to 2021 and get rid of that loan, and then 2026 to get rid of our last loan. So hopefully we can make enough money, but I'm guessing we're gonna have to take out a few more loans over the course of the next few years, just because we'll probably need some more power. You can see we're already at over 50% capacity of both of these power plants. We're going to need to zone something, either more landfill space or start burning some of this and getting a recycling center, but we just don't have any options just yet. Still no bus, so we are not able to use that, but let's at least get some infrastructure here while we're waiting to get more money. I'm not gonna go too crazy with this just yet. It's really the fundamental here is just to make sure you're getting your stuff squared away on how you want it to look. In the future, we can come back and change things like that, but you can already see how the community is starting to look a little bit brighter with now that we've got some parks in here. You can still see that it's a little bit, blighted, I guess, if you will. It looks like the land value is still low. So we could add some parks in here. We can, do some other things to kind of get, certainly put the neighbor's house in here or the mayor's house in here to get a little bit better feel of the area. But here's our downtown, if you will, and I think it's looking pretty nice. We don't have a lot of demand for commercials, so we've got some vacant buildings in here, but hopefully that picks up. Again, we could put maybe a zoo in here. Those are like 5 grand, so that's gonna, take some money. But putting some parks in here, and hopefully we can pass some ordinances that will allow us to get some clean industry, and that will really help with the look and feel of this sort of downtown. So we just want to keep the heavy stuff back here, medium and then light kind of transition generally is a good way to do it. Um, Same with the commercial and residential. Now we got quite a bit of demand. Look at this new invention sends garbage problem up in smoke. So this was 2021, it looks like, or maybe even 2020 or 1920. I'm not sure if I missed that or not, but it looks like we've finally got something here that we can use to get rid of garbage. So again, we might want to take out a loan just to get some money for that, but this will really help us. It does add pollution, but will help us not take up as much land for all that landfill. So I think we might put at least one of those in there when we get, we could save up some money too and see if we can get enough money naturally to get that just without having to take out a loan. Let's see, do we have buses yet? We've got buses. Okay, cool. So that's good. Um, let's go ahead and just get through this year and we'll see where things land, and then let's reevaluate. So hoping we'll have a decent cash flow, enough money for an incinerator. The city's been saving up, so it's always a big deal when we get ourselves an incinerator. All right, so we're at February now, and we've got $9,000, and we've got enough money for a incinerator. Let's go ahead and plop one of those down. I think what I'll probably end up doing is using this space right here for, recycling centers, incinerators. We might have to move something with this police station eventually to kind of make everything just fit nice. Like to keep the power plants here for right now. Um, Again, these are sort of temporary things. Eventually, we'll get rid of them when we don't need the money. And we can reevaluate this road here as well too, if it just whatever makes sense to fit things in. That's kind of the hard part, is just trying to envisioning, okay, if I've got a 3x3, another 3x3 worth of incinerators and recycling centers and things of that nature, those could fit in here. Then maybe with a road going there, we can kind of just take that one at a time as the city grows. But I think for right now, I'm going to go ahead and stick this incinerator as far as I can in the corner just to keep that pollution again isolated to this end of the map and keep it away from our sims. So eventually we'll get clean stuff and this will all go away. But it's just matter of fact of living in the 1920s, you're going to have some pollution and of things like that. Um, so let's go ahead and do that, and we can start putting down some bus stops. These again, you want to kind of position them near your other modes of transportation. So you've got here. We've got let's put one right here. Keep them near intersections and by the other things that you want people to attend, right? So you've kind of got a little downtown area. Like let's get rid of this park here, and we'll put a bus stop right here. I know it's not an intersection, but it is near the courthouse. People are going to need to go to the courthouse for things, right? Anywhere you got like, sometimes it helps to pause too, because then they don't rebuild as soon as you um, as soon as you have demolished something. But it's good to just keep them on almost every corner, right? And keep them by your other modes of transportation because people don't want to walk very far to get to a bus, right? That's just a fact of life, right? So we're going to put these just where we can right now. Doesn't necessarily have to be every intersection, but you kind of want to keep it so it's like, hey, you don't have to walk so far to get to your bus stop, right? And just find something that where it makes sense. If you got a little square here, like, hey, can you spare us your extra yard? Let's go ahead and plop a bus stop there, and then maybe right by the school so kids can get to school. Um, there we go. So I think that looks good for bus. Well, we didn't get the industrial section here. This is definitely where people want to get to work. So oh, we're out of money now. Well, we'll definitely want to keep putting them where we can here as we get money. Let's see. Good police coverage, plenty of schools. All right, so I think we're going to get some more money in just a little bit here. And then we can plop down some more bus stops in amongst the industrial zone here. So let's go ahead and pause this, see what we can do as far as finding a square that get one there. And let's get one over maybe right here and then right here. There's a bus stop right there. Did we get a bus stop over here? I didn't see one. There's a bus stop there. And let's get one over here. And maybe one more. This is a pretty busy street, so let's get one right. Let's get one right over here. So go ahead and get this road. We gotta bulldoze this. Let's get this road to come up over here. Maybe this will help. And we can do some parks over here and whatnot. So let's do that. We'll help maybe make this a fun little area for people to hang out. Not just thinking about this from a real life perspective. Like you probably don't want a playground next to railroad tracks, but I'm sure there's fences and things like that that won't make it a big issue here. It's nice to get some parks over here. Okay, let's see how things are going. So overall, I think we're doing all right. I'm just going to pause this here real quick. Hospitals are plentiful. Water is polluted. We'll get some of that to clean that up. We need more parks. We're working on that. Got to lower industrial taxes, and Hawkins Creek is just never going away, no matter how many times I tell them no. Let's go ahead and look at our taxes real quick and check out our rates. We're on target according to our advisors, so people will complain no matter what, they're going to complain. So I usually go off my advisor here to see like, okay, they're still on target. We're going to leave them at the rate they're at for right now. But hearing people start to complain is probably an indication that it's going to start to go that sooner or later we're going to start to bring these down. Generally, they'll consistently go down to 8 and then 7 and further. So looking at our expenditures, we're down to only $3,000 a year on our loans, which is great. We're 3 years away from paying this loan off. We're bringing in $5,000 a year right now, so that's good. We're in positive cash flow. So I think this is a good spot to just take a break And we'll just check out our schools and hospitals real quick too, just to make sure we're good there. Plenty of hospital beds. That is not a problem. Schools, we got almost 3,000 spare desks, so that's good. And we're getting people on our trains, so things are on the right track here. Now it's just really a matter of, we've got positive cash flow. We've got people definitely using the trains. Look at this. There's a lot of traffic on the train, so that's great. Now that we've got the buses, hopefully people start to use those. I think this is a good stopping point for right now, just to kind of showcase what we've done so far. So that's really, I think the trick to get started is you want to get these deals, you want to set up your infrastructure and get things just like the base layer of things. You want to get a grid going, and as we expand, we'll be able to um, add in freeways and expand the trains. And again, with the pipes, we've got them spaced out, so we're not spending extra money on pipes, but keeping things consistent and keeping all of our water infrastructure over here for right now. Eventually we'll get more demand. We'll probably line up some space here, find some straight space, and we'll probably lower this to get some desalination plants going and really bringing in water because they bring in a lot more. We just don't have those as an option right now. So again, the hardest part of starting in so late is you don't have access to a lot of the newer technology, so you're limited to the power plants and the technology that was available in theory at this time. So hopefully we can start to bring our usage down on our landfill. That's at 47%. That's down from 70. So you will see the numbers kind of trickle down as you start burning things, getting rid of your trash. It will still you'll see it, but it'll be down. The percent will go down. So that's great. I don't think we'll need too much more landfill space for right now, but we'll leave it there. Just as the city grows, we'll need to add more space for landfills, but we'll certainly add more incinerators, and once we get some recycling centers, we'll get that in there too, and then we'll be able to better handle our garbage. So yeah, so we'll pause it here and stop, but like I said in the previous videos, if there's any comments or questions or other strategies that folks are interested in, definitely leave them in the comments, and everything with the video, so that way we can certainly address it as we go forward. I'll try to post more videos as I get time. So apologies that there's been a couple days in between the first video and this one, but that's just kind of how life goes, I guess, at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.